Hey guys, so today I'm going to give my experience of what it's like working on the front line as a medical surgical telemetry travel nurse and taking care of COVID patients.
Yeah, look, yeah, energy, 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 yeah, energy, 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 energy. I got the light and it live in me. Only the tribe in my kin with me. I've been working like it's 10 of me, catching the vibe for infinity.
So I waited a while to do this, video because I wanted to be able to deal with the rapid changes that is occurring at work every single day and be okay with caring for, these patients before I come out here and just, speak from my heart. So we've been dealing with COVID, way before the general public knew about it. And it was crazy enough, it wasn't until like the media and people were speaking out that, wheels were turning and like, oh, we need more PPE, and it's crazy. You think you're going through a struggle yourself, and then you realize I'm not alone. There are other nurses going through these same afflictions. Now, of course, not being in New York or Louisiana or Chicago, the hardest hit areas, it may not be to the same height and intensity, but all around nationwide, nurses are experiencing, just, I don't know how to describe it, but it just, dealing with COVID on top of dealing with our usual patients, it's a lot. So I remember 2 months ago, right? And as a travel nurse, you float to different facilities. So I floated to one of the sister facilities, and I remember coming on the shift, and I believe there's like 6 or 7 nurses. We got 4 or 5 patients, and just about every one of us has a COVID patient. So I go in, and outside your room door, you have your PPE, like storage unit where you have all the gowns, the gloves and everything. So I go in and we don't have any masks. So I go to the secretary and I'm like, oh, I need a mask. And she's like, oh, you can just go in with a regular face mask.
Wait a minute. Just wait a damn second here.
Excuse me, a regular face mask? Make it make sense. Like, you want to put my life at risk and then the lives of the other people by not having proper PPE? So then I had to wait 45 minutes, and it was just super frustrating because, as a nurse, you're trying to provide good care, and then your patient did not speak English, did not speak a dialect that could be translatable by the translator. And then, having to kind of like, I'm trying to care for her, but I can't because I don't have what I need. Super frustrating. So I go in the room and I gown up and I'm looking at her, and you can't, as a patient or as anyone, when you put your PPE on, they can't see you with the mask on. They can't see your expressions. It's literally the eyes that they're seeing. And in that moment, I just looked at the patient and I'm like, man, you're trusting me to take care of your life. You don't even know who I am, so to me, I was just like, you know what, big girl panties on, we are going to treat this patient with the same care that I would treat any other patient, and we're just gonna get through this shift. So I remember, even though like we did not speak the same language and I had to wait for the daughter to come in, the patient was so grateful, so thankful, and I'm just like, you're thanking me? Like, literally in that moment, she touched me. So after stepping out of her room and going to my other patients, like, you still have other patients in addition to the COVID patient. Now some facilities, they are making units and they're dividing up the emergency room to house only COVID, and they're converting units to COVID unit, which is great, amazing. But other facilities don't have that capability, So keep in mind that you're still going to have to tend to your other CHF, your kidney, renal failure patients, and all of that. So it does get a bit taxing. So to me, I've had to learn and really master the art of clustering my care. So what that means is, as I'm going to my COVID patient's room, I am bringing everything that I will need. And if I do happen to need something, I'm gonna use the call light. And I'm gonna ask my fellow coworkers, my colleagues, to bring something in, because going in and out when we have limited supplies and going in and out for something like, oh, I need a Band-Aid or I need a bedside commode, it's gonna be wasting on the resources that we have. So during this time, as colleagues, as coworkers, we gotta support each other. So I feel like in the midst of all these things, we need to stay positive. Let's talk about the positives. Like in the midst of these, we as nurses and other healthcare professionals, we're getting recognitions. Being recognized for the hard work that we do, being recognized, and I'm not just talking about nurses, I'm talking about our EVS, which is our cleaning services, talking about our PCAs, talking about our pharmacists. Like it takes the whole team, it takes everybody working together. If the EVS and the cleaning people are like, nah, we're not gonna clean, then how will we have rooms to take care of our patients, right? If the PCAs are like, nah, I'm not coming in, how will we as nurses be able to function? We are all a necessary part of this teamwork. So it's just so incredible. You know, you're more grateful for each other. Like it is so good that the whole team is coming together to fight, you know, Corona. So that is one positive that I've seen. And all the freebies, like I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I've gotten Starbucks a couple of times. Krispy Kreme Donuts gives out free donuts on Mondays. Costco lets you go through the exit instead of waiting in line, you know, and I'm so appreciative of these companies stepping up and showing their gratitude. Like that is awesome. Thank you for taking time to take care of us while we take care of others. Another positive is that we're getting more discharges of patients who had COVID. That is incredible. I'm gonna put the number down here, you know, to let you know the number of discharges, but it is incredible. Like we're doing a good job as healthcare professionals, and it is such a good feeling when your patient recovers, bounces back, and gets to go on and do their thing in their everyday life. And I think one of the bigger things, not only are healthcare professionals working together, but also as a community, as a nation, we're coming together. You're seeing acts of kindness, people coming forth and employers paying for their employees, you know, salary, you know, people giving free housing, free food, free meals, because I guess it wasn't until COVID that people realized, one, how broken and how a lot of things in our healthcare just isn't working cohesively. You know, you realize how much stuff in the world is not jiving, and then you really take inventory and you realize, what are my necessities, what are the things I can live with, and what are the things I can live without, you know. And this whole experience, since we're all experiencing it, it's not just one country or one part of the US, like we are all going through this traumatic incident. It just makes us come together and be so much stronger. So I encourage you guys to stay positive. I encourage you guys to stay kind to one another. Wash your hands, please wash your hands. Gloves are utterly useless out there in the general public because you're touching your face, your phones, your body with the same gloves. You're cross-contaminating. So please just save the gloves for the healthcare professionals and just wash your hands, okay? Stay at home and just practice social distancing, as well as get your mental, your spiritual, your body, get everything in check, so when we get released, baby, we'll be stunting, you know? And we'll get to enjoy each other's company later. Thank you guys for watching. Comment below, what are the ways that you are dealing with this social distancing? How are you staying creative, positive, and just getting through this time? I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching.